What's up, everyone? Freddie Smith here. I want to talk about Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk came into my life online when I saw a video that was titled 6 Minutes for the Next 60 Years of Your Life or something like that. It was the first time I was ever introduced to Gary Vaynerchuk, and that was in 2014, and I have used him as an online mentor to really help me in so many different aspects of my life. So here I am in 2019 making this video. So Gary Vaynerchuk has been a part of my life for 5 years, and it has truly opened so many doors for me along with many other online mentors. I've become addicted to learning and education, and he is one of those go-to tactical guys, but he's also he talks about so many different aspects from parenting to business to social media to the grind. And I have learned many things, but I wanted to talk about the 5 things that have impacted me the most in my life. And it was really hard for me to condense it to just 5, but these are 5 that I've not only enjoyed but implemented into my life, and it's really, really helped me. Number 1, these are in no particular order, but number 1 is he always says, die on your own sword. And when you first hear that, I don't know how much it resonates with you, but as he continues to explain it, this is what I've realized. And I just heard a similar comment from a clip of Jim Carrey. I think he was speaking at a college, or it was at one point, where essentially, no matter what we're going to do in life, there's going to be challenges. It is going to be difficult, and there is a chance of failure. No matter how easy or medium or hard you think a path will be, you almost take the easy way, or this is too hard, or whatever it is. If you have a chance, and unfortunately, if there's a chance for you to fail at any path you pick, you might as well pick the path that you want. If you're going to fail, make it be because it's because of yourself. Like, if you want to be a musician, be a musician. Don't just say, well, I'm going to be a lawyer because of parents, or I'm going to be a lawyer because of X, Y, and Z, because if that doesn't work out, it's going to feel twice as bad. At least if you're going to die on your own sword, and you're going to learn a lesson, but you're going to fail doing something you love and you're passionate about. And that is why I have chased my passion year after year. It keeps evolving. It keeps on, adding. It's snowballing, and I'm learning, and I'm enjoying that. Which brings me into the second one, which is enjoy the process. I did not enjoy the process my first 5 or 6 years in Los Angeles. I was always about the title, the goal, the end result. And I think it's because I came from humble beginnings. I worked at McDonald's for 5 something an hour in 2005. I mean, I was working at American Eagle. I was grinding. I just wanted out of those survival jobs of American Eagle and Outback Steakhouse. And I think I was just thinking of the money, and I was auditioning, and I was like, come on, I need to book. And me and my buddy have a big joke where I used to sit in his apartment and go, I just need to book. I just need to book. And it was this desperation because I wanted it so bad. But I didn't enjoy the process. I didn't sit back and go, hey, you're in Los Angeles, California. It's sunny, it's beautiful. You're auditioning for some of the biggest movies and television shows that people watch. You're getting callbacks. You have a manager and an agent. I auditioned 500 times in my first 6-7 years out here. Some people can't even get one audition. Some people can't get a manager, an agent, or become SAG-AFTRA. I wasn't enjoying the process, and it drove me nuts. And here's the key. If you happen to be that person right now where you're unhappy, that's okay. You can want more and work towards it, but enjoy the process. But when you hit a goal, when you hit that, I'm going to make $1,000 a month, I'm going to make $10,000 a month, 50, whatever it may be, every time you hit a new level financially, every time you hit a new level with education, every time you hit a new level with status or whatever it is, it becomes your new normal. And then you're going to want to one-up that and one-up that. So your whole life will be one-up, one-up, one-up. So he really helped me realize that life is the game. Life is the journey. He even said his biggest goal is he wants to buy the New York Jets. He goes, but the thought and the chase of doing it is going to be more exciting than the day he does it. And I think he said something like that. That's the idea. Enjoy the process. So now everything I do, I'm enjoying the process, and I'm just one after another, day after day, putting in the work. Number 3 is lowering your costs. That's another huge mistake that I made is I came out here, and if I was making $1,400 a month, I was spending $1,400 a month. When I started working at Outback making $2,200 a month serving, I was spending $2,200. When I started booking national commercials and television shows and days and all these things that I was doing, I started making six figures, multiple six figures, and I was spending it all. I was only saving, when I started making good money, maybe 5 or 10%. Then we got in a really bad accident. I had a business manager who stole money from me, and we went completely in the opposite direction, lost everything. But that's beside the point, is I was spending what I was making. And as soon as I got that raise, boom, I booked a recurring on 90210. I'm going to go buy a BMW. Why, Freddie? You're 22 years old. Why? But I cared about what other people thought. I wanted to show the people that we all left high school who maybe doubted me or whatever it is, or just show people like, look how good I'm doing. But I was spending money on stupid things, not reinvesting them into my body, into acting class, into investing, into learning. I didn't even know anything about that. And so many people who are 55 years old right now make $217 a year, who are balling, who spend $250, and they're stressed out. I learned that freedom is the amount of financial freedom is the amount of money you have after your bills are paid. I would much rather condense everything, drive one car, not have the fancy car, have all this stuff, and have way more freedom and less stress because my costs are lower and I have more money to travel, to do podcasts or videos, or to invest, or to start a business. And if I lose $5,000 because I made a bad business investment, it's not the end of the world. So you want to lower your costs. And I had a woman, when I did this independent film, it never ended up getting released, when I was 19, she told me, she goes, Freddie, you're 19 years old. She goes, do not spend a penny, do not move out of the apartment that you're in until you're 30 years old. I had a friend who was a series regular on a primetime show for 7 years, and he's in the same studio apartment. And I heard it, and I didn't take that advice. If I would have lived on $25,000 a year all through my 20s and never made bad decisions or anything like that, I'd be sitting here today talking to you as a millionaire. And when you look at that and go, wow, yes, I had the car accident mistake, yes, business manager stole stuff, but it was also poor spending. And when you look back, it's like, oh, yeah, I remember that vacation, or I remember this or that. I love it all as learning experiences. I don't dwell on it, but I take note so that when I'm 40, I don't look back and go, why was I living on $150,000 a year when I could have been living on $50,000 a year? So lower your cost, live on less money than you make, and it'll allow you to just breathe, and you won't be clouded, and you can make the right decisions. Number 4, I had no idea what empathy was. Empathy changed the way that I interact with the world. It's different than sympathy. For those of you who know it, you're like, well, yeah, Freddie, but I didn't know any of this. And he taught me empathy. And for an example, it's like if someone's going to bully me online or make a negative comment, I don't even get angry. I don't get mad because I'm putting myself in their shoes, and they just don't understand. They just don't have the perspective. They don't understand that they took time to consume this. They took time. And if they didn't like it, they still go in the comment section, take more of their time to write something negative that someone like myself doesn't, I don't care. If someone says something nice, I'm like, cool. If someone says something negative, I go, cool. I'm here making content. Those who like it will stay. Those who don't will leave. And there's 7 billion people, 7.7 billion people in the world. Even the biggest stars in the world don't sell 7 billion records. It's just speaking your truth, and people are going to be how they are. When someone's beeping at me or yelling, or someone says something ridiculous, I have empathy for that person. I go, what if they had a bad day? What if they had a tough upbringing, or who knows what's going on? I never take it personally. Empathy. And it really, really helped me. So thank you, Gary Vee, for that. And the last one, and this is big, which is try everything, especially when you're young. And I gotta be honest, like I'm 31 now, and I still feel like I'm young. Like I'm still trying things. You know, I don't think I'll ever just stick with one thing. And I think because the world's changing and we have more opportunity, that's always going to be a thing. But he's so right. Like in my 20s, I was very fortunate that I was able to try things. And from 2014 till now, in the past 6 years, me and my fiance, Alyssa, have tried so many things. Some have been successful, some have been failures, but they've all taught us, they've all helped us with personal development, personal growth. And now that I have things to compare things to, I can truly tell what I like and what I don't like. But before I didn't know. So if you've only done one thing and you love it, then this isn't for you. But if you've done one thing and you're not totally happy, and you should try a bunch of different things, as long as you don't break your bank and put your family out, obviously. But try things, and there is no such thing as failure. It's just your definition of it. We have done things where we've literally lost 10 grand. Spent all this time, did something, lost $10,000, and go, well, we learned something. And we take the lessons and we bring it to the next thing. So by the time these videos, and by the time in 5-10 years from now, when we are where we are, it was all these little losses. I don't care about other people's opinions anymore, and I do things for me. So those are the 5 things I've implemented. Try everything, have empathy for others, lower your costs until you're rich. This is Gary's line. Don't be fancy till you're fancy. Believe me, when we have the big bucks, I'm gonna get a fancy house and a car and trips. Oh, that's fun. Those are rewards. But you shouldn't break your bank or stress yourself out or put golden handcuffs on you just to impress people around you. Enjoy the process was something I really needed from Gary on that, because I just was never enjoying the process. I wanted it. I still want it, but I'm enjoying the moment of where I'm at right now. And die on your own sword. Do what you want to do. We have so much opportunity nowadays that you should be picking careers, hanging out with people, doing jobs, doing fun things, going to places you want to go. Do you. Don't listen to anyone else. Do what makes you happy. And if you're going to have a job or a career, pick the one you want. Because if God forbid you fail, you're going to want to die on your own sword, not on somebody else's. So I hope you enjoyed. If Gary happens to see this, or someone on his team, thank you so much. You've really improved my life, and I can't wait to keep watching your content. And I hope these 5 things will help you as well. Go check out Gary Vaynerchuk. He's on every single platform, and you'll really fall in love. So thanks, everyone. I'll see you soon.